1,000 subs, let's go! Hello and welcome everyone for another video. Let me start by saying thank you all so very much for getting to 1,000 subscribers on this channel. Honestly, this is quite nuts. I've only recorded, I think, 12 or 13 videos specifically for YouTube, and I never imagined that we could ever get to so many subs based purely on Infect content. So that was, yeah, unexpected to say the least. But thank you all for your continued support. Well, the goal is from here on, for me personally, is to get the channel monetized. It still takes some time, you know. I have to get everything in order. I have to get requests going. It has to be allowed, and it has to be confirmed that everything is correct with my channel, etc, etc. So the channel isn't monetized yet, but I'm hoping to get there soon. The big plus for this is that I should be able to upgrade my content, and by that I mean I want to buy some stuff to actually improve the quality of my content. First thing I'm going to buy probably is some sort of a lamp that can visualize my face a bit better, or at least have some better lighting, because currently, you may not see this, but I just have an IKEA lamp right here in front of me, and it's pretty annoying. When I'm streaming, I actually have in the right side of my vision, I have a yellow dot because the light is not adapted to to streaming lights. So it sucks. I'm going to be honest with you. In general, you know, I'm going to try and keep my schedule of one stream or one video each week, potentially more. Who knows? If the channel really goes off and I can make more content, I would love to do that. Now, first question for you all: what would you like to see from this content or from this channel? Let me start by saying I will never stop making Infect content. I've always done at least one video a week on purely Infect content, but I'm thinking, is there maybe something else that you want to see? Maybe me playing some different decks, playing other formats that I haven't done before. Who knows? Maybe just play different video games. I'm a huge gamer myself, so anything you're interested in or you think that you maybe want to see from me, just let me know. Again, this will not replace my Infect content. I'm only thinking about what if I was able to do like 2 videos a week. What could I do besides potentially play Infect? Or if you're all just like, give it just more Infect content, that's always a possibility as well. So after thinking for a while what I wanted to do for my special video of 1,000 subs, I quickly came back to just Legacy, you know, because that's where it all started for me. That's where I really got popular. I started playing Legacy most of the time. I've recently been posting a lot of modern videos as well, so it's been a while since I've played some Legacy. So I figured it was now the correct time to go back. And let me start by going over the list right now. I'm not for people who don't know the Legacy meta right now, it is pretty damn great. The meta is very diverse. When I'm recording this, the Showcase Challenge has just happened, and the top decks, it was just Reanimator was the most popular deck, which is pretty funny. I never expected Reanimator to replace Delver as the top tier deck, but I think that's where we currently are. Luckily for us, we have a very good win rate against that deck if we adjust accordingly, which is what I've done. So let's go to the main board. No changes for my online lists. I should note that I'm playing 2 scale-ups in Paper Magic, 2 scale-up, 2 Embiggens. Now, Embiggen is not legal on Magic Online yet, so I'm just playing 4 scale-ups. They are very awkward in multiples, but I do believe it's the best pump spell in combination of the other ones. Still playing 4 Ponder for Brainstorm, 2 Spell Pierce, very good right now with all the combo to our disposal, and in a diverse meta, Spell Pierce is always nice. And then let's go into the sideboard. I've only made one change, and this is a significant one. You will see that I have cut Uro from the sideboard. Main reason for this is that Uro was there specifically to hate on Delver, and well, Delver is just no longer that big of a deal anymore. Honestly, after playing against it since the bannings, Skrelv is just such a house. It's really good against them. In real life I play 3, in my online games I play 2 because there's more combo in the online meta. And so what I've did is I've cut Uro. I'm playing 1 Rest in Peace in the sideboard here. Main reason for this is that it's both good against Delver and against Reanimator, so it hits both the top tier decks right now. That's a good replacement. And also playing another Ayani Sleeper Agent. Main reason for that is that I've been seeing an uptick in control decks, and they have basically been going back to blue-white, mostly with a red splash in the sideboard. And, well, if you resolve Ayani, it just wins the games on its own. Especially like the 4th place list in the Showcase, they had 0 cards that could deal with Ayani. That's not true. They had like 2 sharks. The card that makes the shark tokens, they could attack Ayani with that, but if they're going to win that way, I mean, good luck. It's going to be difficult. So I've gone up to 3. I don't expect to see that many control decks in leagues because that doesn't happen very often. But we'll see. I want to be prepared. This is what I would recommend playing online. And yeah, if you have any questions about the list, as always, feel free to answer to post them, and I will respond to them ASAP. All right, let's jump into the games. This will be live. I decided that I'm going to record live today because I've been getting talks about people asking me to play live again because that's something that you enjoy as well. All right, let's hop in. Build or burn. I'm curious if that's going to be a hint for what they are playing. Don't see burn all on Legacy. I have brainstorm, so I'm going to keep. This hand isn't great or anything, but I'm on the play. On the draw, maybe this would just be a bit too much. I don't know, we'll see. Brainstorm should be able to solve all of my problems, though. Okay, so I'm going to start with a tropical. I kind of want them to wasteland me here, because my opening hand is so land heavy that I'm fine with them just wastelanding me twice. I kind of want them to use the wastelands, honestly. As a Saga, that's fine. I'm not going to play the Inkmoth Nexus just yet. Okay, that's... Never mind. With me drawing the Blooded Agents, I really just want to slam down Blooded Agents as soon as possible. Only thing I'm afraid of now is Chalice. If they have Chalice, it's probably game over for me. But if not, that Brainstorm into any pump spell is going to be lethal. Unless if it's Berserk, of course, because I will not be able to cast that. Diamond. Petal. Uh-oh. If they Echo, that would be unfortunate. Not the end of the world, though, because my hand isn't that good. So who knows, if we get a good Echo, we could benefit. Thoughtseize. Now that's unfortunate, with me having Brainstorm. I did not expect Thoughtseize, because, well, I wasn't expecting black mana from this deck. But again, Brainstorm's fine, you know. If we draw a pump spell, we can just win out of nowhere here. Final Tutor. Oops. Okay. So Storm it is. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I usually don't expect Storm anymore when I'm playing against decks. Usually, always expect 8 casts, especially from an Urza Saga start. Let's see what they get. They could fizzle with this ad nauseum, though. It happens. Boom. They're down to 5. You can see them debating whether or not they should continue. Down to 3. I'm just going to let them play it out because maybe there are people here who don't know a lot about Legacy. I'm just going to show you what happens. So basically what Storm wants to do is they want to kill you in one turn. And you have 2 versions of Storm. We have here the Ad Nauseam Tendrils version. And what they're going to do is they're going to win with... You're going to see the card soon. Just going to let them play it out. So usually this is a matchup where we don't really want to play against them, but they don't want to play against us. That's at least how it felt to me. I always recommend, by the way, letting your opponents play it out, because you never know what they could play in the deck. If, for instance, I know that they're playing Cabal Therapy right now, that's good for me to know. Try and get as much information as you can. So this is what happens. They play Tendrils of Agony, and it has Storm, and they cost 1,000,000 spells before it, so we are just dead. Let's see what we would have drawn. A land. That would not have been good enough. So sideboarding, fairly easy sideboarding here. You're just going to bring in Surgical and Flusterstorms. Skrell, that's not for this matchup. And neither is Inkmoth Nexus. I'm going to take these out. I have room for one more. I'm going to put a Rest in Peace in here. Rest in Peace isn't excellent, but it's okay. It stops them from filling the yard. Sometimes they can use it with Past in Flames, so it's okay. Let's just submit and see if we get him. I would like to play first. Yes, thank you very much. This hand is fine. I have the lethal combination of pump spells. I have double cantrip, and I have Spell Pierce to prevent me from losing on turn 1. So this is fine. It's not excellent, but I mean, I have a lot of stuff going on. If I find a threat with this Brainstorm, we should be good here. So let's start with Tropical Island and pass. Bauble is going to resolve. I'm not going to do anything against that. Look at the top. I recently played in real life, and a lot of decks played both baubles right now, and I always forget which bauble does what. I'm going to spell Pierce the Thoughtseize. I don't want them to know what I have in my hand. You could play Force of Vigor against this deck if you really want to, but usually I don't think it's worth it. You just want to kill them as quickly as possible. It's not bad, but definitely not good either. So I just want to find a threat here, potentially backed up with counter magic. Okay, I guess that's not bad. Do I really want Berserk? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this Berserk back on top. And depending on what my opponent does, I'm going to fetch it away. If they go all in, I really want to have both of these forces and have blue cards up. So if they go all in and I can double force, that's just game over. So against Storm, you don't always need to win yourself. Sometimes if you can prevent them from winning the game, that's good enough. And now I can just draw the Berserk after they haven't done anything. So I'm just going to fetch, and then I'm going to Tropical. Get a Tropical, and I'm going to Ponder. Let's see what we get. Digging for a threat here. They're going to look at the top. Okay. Not particularly exciting. So how are we going to play this one then? Okay, so I put Trop, then Noble, and then plus the Storm. I will not shuffle. This way. Next turn, I can play the Noble. Pass. My hand's pretty good, so I can just chill. If they're going to try and win with the Saga tokens, that's not going to work, because as soon as I find a threat, I can just kill them immediately. If they're just going to... I mean, if they're going to play this game, I really am fine with that. So now I'm going to Brainstorm. I know there's a Trop on top, so let's see what we get. Apart from those. There we go, that's what I wanted to see. So now I think I'm going to put this one top. I don't need Noble. And then I'm going to play the land. There we go. And I'm going to fetch away the bad stuff. Now I'm going to play Blighted Agent, and I'm going to make him kill me next turn, or I will kill them. So if they have one Thoughtseize, I have double force, so that's nice. Not having another blue card in hand is a bit unfortunate, because that means I can't double force, but, well, can't have it all, I guess. I'm not sure what they can get with this Saga, though. Maybe they have... Maybe have the bounce artifact. We shall see. If they're tapping out for a construct token, that's a good sign. They get a bauble, yeah, okay. I think they're just dead. Unless they can attack me with an 18/18 construct token. Yeah, sure. I can't imagine this list having Abrupt Decay. I'm not going to play around it anyway. If they still play Abrupt Decay in this list, sure. So Dark Ritual. Seems like bait. I'm going to let that one resolve. Another one, okay. Chromox. Tendrils. Well, I know the hand is empty, so I'm just going to force away the tendrils. Sorry, ad nauseum. So they were clearly baiting out my force will with these double dark rituals, but I'm not falling for it. So let's just kill him. Let's get him dead. Now, if they kill me with Abrupt Decay, I'm going to shit my pants. Okay, we win the game. Phew! Nice. There seems to be a bit more artifact-heavy list. Maybe I should bring in Force of Vigors here. Yeah, Rest in Peace is pretty bad, so maybe I should play... Maybe I should just play like this. Against this build, that seems better. One surgical's fine. I don't think I want Seeds of Innocence, that's a bit too slow. So I'm just gonna submit as is. Let's see if we get there. Nice! Interesting game so far. Look at this opening hand. This is one of those hands where you would probably mulligan this away in any other matchup, but against Storm, this is quite good. Because usually they just want to resolve one spell, and if you figure out which spell to counter, that's really nice. Ancient Tomb. Okay. What are you going to do, Chalice? Bunch of baubles. If they are going to go all in turn 1, that would be nice. It's possible, I mean, I can see why. They watch the top twice. Thoughtseize. But this is why I love this hand, right? If they Thoughtseize away one Force Will here, that's really okay. Because I have another one. So I guess they take Ponder here. Yeah, they do. Makes sense. But now I have double Force. So I'm not unhappy, especially drawing another one. You can see that this is what I was talking about, where against Storm, very often you don't need to win yourself. You just need to prevent them from winning, and you will eventually win the game. There's a Saga here. So Force of Vigor would be nice. Well, okay. We got what we ordered. So in their upkeep, I'm just going to Force of Vigor. And honestly, I think I'm just going to Surgical this as a Saga. I mean, what else am I afraid of? I have triple Force. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So in their upkeep, pew pew, boom. Get out of here with that stuff. And then I'm just going to Surgical away the Saga. All in their upkeep, you know. If I'm being honest, I should have probably done this in their draw step. Because if they draw the Saga, that would have been even better. But okay. What else do they have? Let's see, anything special here? 1 Tendrils? Really artifact heavy here, this list. So 3 Tutors, 1 Tendrils, 1 Wish, 1 Ad Nauseam. 2 Fatal Push, 3 Fatal Push, that's interesting. Good to know. We took all 4. All right. So let's proceed. Let me pop open their hand. They drew a bauble. I just want to find a threat now. That's not a threat, but it's probably just as good. Spell Pierce. Counter Magic in general is very good against them. And keep in mind that Ancient Tomb, I could just kill them with regular damage because they will take 2 damage each turn. It's not unimportant. Okay, so I'm definitely going to Spell Pierce that one, now that they haven't Dark Ritualed. Spell Piercing the Talisman is really good, especially because I now get to keep my forces. And if they draw discard spells, it's really awkward because it doesn't do a whole lot. Flusterstorm, nice! Yeah, I think it's going to be regular damage beats. Keep in mind that if they want to go off with ad nauseum, if I can deal damage to them, that's really good as well. Draw another bauble, sure. I've never seen this kind of Storm build before with the Sagas. It's quite interesting. Take a peek, sure. They Duress. Yeah, I could Flusterstorm. I think I want to do that because so what's going to happen is if I let Duress resolve, they take Flusterstorm and they know my hand, and if I Flusterstorm, then same thing happens, but now they don't know about my 3rd Force Will, so I think it's better to not give them the information. It's a small detail, but in this spot I think it's relevant. get a draw, that's okay. Brainstorm, lovely. Let's see what we get. Okay then. Well, that's pretty weird. Okay. It's not bad. I mean, these Asian in combination with these forces are going to be pretty funny. Okay, so I'm just going to play one Asian and chill. It kills them quicker than attacking with nobles. Cabal Therapy, that's really unfortunate because they will name Force Will. So I'm going to have to force here and feel bad about it. Damn, that sucks. That's the best draw for them. Now, they only know about one force, so that's good. So I think if they get an action spell, they just go for it here. Especially with me having used so many resources already. I think they have to, because I can kill them very quickly. Any pump spell here and they are just dead. So, as I said, any pump spell is lethal. Well, technically not lethal, but I mean, it changes the clock quite a bit, so I think they have to go for it here if they can. And now if they draw a discard spell, that means they take a force, and I have a force left. So I'd be okay with that. The only thing I'm afraid of is another Cabal Therapy. That would suck. But I think we're going to see them going for it here, as they have to. I know they have another Dark Ritual, so there's no way I'm going to respond to this. Okay, so that's a Thoughtseize. That's the discard I was afraid of. That's what I was expecting. So they will probably concede after seeing my hand. Exactly. All right, cool. Yeah, but what we have drawn, does it matter? Another Invigorate. Nice. Cool. That was a very lovely game, actually, for the first one. Let's go to the next round. Okay, I do not recognize the name. I would like to play first. Yes, thank you very much. This is awkward. This hand is pretty damn nuts, but I wanted this Tundra to be a tropical island. I think I have to mulligan this, unfortunately. Because if I don't draw, although technically I have... This is difficult. Okay, so the thing is, any cantrip is good, any land is good, except for the Inkmoth Nexi. So that means I have about 20 cards that are good. That's not... Yeah, I'm just going to mulligan. That's not very good. Yeah, much better. Okay, so snap keep here. After a mulligan to 6, I generally don't like keeping forces. So I'm going to keep and I'm going to cut the force. If you have days, that is. Otherwise, I probably would have kept here. Kept the force and cut something else. But now that I have days, I'm okay keeping after a mulligan. Because force 2 for 1ing yourself after you're already down a card is pretty damn awkward. Well, okay, another force. That's not bad. I think I'm gonna hide the Blooded Agent on top. Best place to hide your threats. Now, depending on what they do, I'm gonna play it differently. If I have to daze, I'm playing a combo deck of Brainstorm. Otherwise, okay, triple Lotus Petal. We're going to be playing against initiative. Ah, now that, my friend, is bollocks. Is this game over, though? Now, I really want to have this force. I really do. So, yeah, I think what I'm going to do here is I really want to have that force will, and I can actually cast Blooded Agent. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to play him like this. So I can daze next turn, and I can pick up the force. So I expect them to play a spell here that I can daze. Let's pick up the force. Force will probably pitch the Brainstorm. And it's quite possible that my opponent just doesn't do anything else for the entire game. We'll see. We're playing against White-Red Initiative. They very often just keep the opening hand based on 1 or 2 spells, and sometimes they can't cast their spells, they just lose. And that's what we see happening right here, so Let's see if we can get this snowball rolling. I'm not going to get a white mana source because I really don't want my opponents to know that I'm playing white. And if I find Skrelv, I'm not even going to be able to play it anyway. So get your tropicals, give your opponents the least amount of information as you can. And I'm just going to 9-10 o'clock, baby, let's go. So I'm just going to keep on slamming in. What would be the best pickup? Nexus or Agent, probably. Fury. Yikes. I don't think so. They pitched Caves of Chaos Adventurer. Another scale up, okay. If this was real life, I would just slam down this scale up. In real life, you know, you can just ignore the fact that Chalice is a card. People forget about it all the time. It's true. It's funny because it's true. Okay. Six more turns to go. Invigorated would be the best pickup now. Boom, let's go, Invigorate. Almost. Because if I find Invigorate now, it's lethal. Chalice is a very good card against this, but sometimes not good enough. Solitude. Okay. Nothing I can do about that, so that indeed happens. The thing about the new initiative lists, the white-red one or the green ones, I think a matchup is great against them, unless they have Chalice. That's pretty much the summary. You just want to keep Chalice off the table, otherwise matchup's pretty favored for you. Another land. Pass. Main reason for this is that they usually don't have a turn 1. The 3-man initiative is bad. Yeah, I can counter that. That's not a human, is it? So let's get rid of that one. Unfortunately for me, if I had just put the Force Will on top here, in my opening ponder, we probably would have won. Talk about the devil. Okay, let's pass through the turn. If they have a Dungeoneer, I'm just going to concede, because then the game is over. Well, that's the same thing, same thing. If they have a threat. Alright, so let's go to the sideboard. As I said, the only thing you want to get rid of is Chalice. That's pretty much it. If you can stop that from resolving, you win. So bring in Force of Figures, and then you can bring in Swords. It's not bad. Not particularly great either, if I'm being honest. You just want to kill him as quickly as possible. So depending on the player on the draw, I usually sideboard differently here. You want to win as quickly as possible. Solitude is a nuisance. Yeah, I don't think I want Swords against them. Feels more like a stompy matchup than the white initiative was. So I guess Skrelv is a bit too slow. However, they don't play that much removal spells, so Skrelv does allow me to just ignore their removal spells, which is always great. Maybe I should cut the spell pierces if I'm being honest. It does stop. It does stop Chalice from resolving, though. I kind of want to have everything. Maybe on the play I should keep Spell Pierce. On the draw, they are probably worse. Definitely want to bring in Force of Vigors, though. Maybe on the play I should probably cut Skrelv. And on the draw, I will probably cut Spell Pierce. I would like to play first, yes, thank you very much. That is a bit slow. What's basically going to happen here is I'm going to play a land, I'm going to force their first thing, then I'm going to Nexus, and I have nothing else going on. So this isn't good enough. Yep, that's a keep. Probably gonna... Again, I want to have everything here. Probably just gonna cut force. Because again, I mulliganed. If you mulligan, you can't really keep force will. I really want to, but I have Force of Vigor and Spell Pierce, so... And I really need Ponder to find myself a land and or pump spell. If they chalice, I will Spell Pierce. Chromox is okay. Again, that's Force of Vigor targetable. First turn of the game, the most important one. So do I care? I think I'm just going to let it resolve. Then play Force of Vigor. Killing Mox and Chalice. Although if I do that, this Spell Pierce is going to be awkward if it doesn't do anything else for the rest of the game. Interesting choice. Decisions. Force of Vigor is more powerful, but Spell Pierce, it's possible that it doesn't get another target the longer this game goes on. So maybe I should just Spell Pierce now that I can, and then I have Force of Vigor for later. Yeah, that's better. So let's Spell Pierce. We've seen the power level of Spell Pierce in this league a couple of times now. That works. They were thinking about this for quite a long time now. Unfortunately, with this hand, I don't have the luxury of waiting, so I'm just going to have to slam down Agent. Let's see if they have Fury and or Solitude. Heaven. Blood Moon. It's Magus. Same thing. So, I think this is game over for me. Not going to be able to do anything with these, so maybe I should kill the Chromox so they only have mountains. As you see, why I usually think that white-red initiative is a good matchup is because the initiative things are relevant against us, but I feel like the things I lost to were basically just Moon Stompy. It's just basically just Moon Stompy stuff, so... Moon Stompy is always a difficult matchup, so if they play more of a Stompy-ish build, that's a problem, because that's good against us. I'm also not playing a basic anymore, so with them playing Magus of the Moon in the sideboard, I probably should have brought in Swords. Not gonna lie, I don't know the sideboards of these decks good enough yet to be sure, because this is a relatively new flavor of this list. So just lost to the Stompy stuff, but that happens. That's a bad matchup, so that's as expected. Let's go to the next round. All right, let's see what we're up against. Yes, please. I would like to start. This hand's fine. Keep. Return one threat, and I have Ponder to find one pump spell at least, hopefully. I have Force Will in case I need it. So this is, on average, a fine hand. Play Elf Pass. If they try and remove Elf, I'm not going to fight over that. I think I want to keep this Force when I really need to. Oh, okay. So Death Shadow it is. Death Shadow was a very good matchup when I was still playing Uro, but now I'm unsure. Definitely more afraid of Death Shadow than Delver, if I'm being honest. Because we can't punish them for going too low on their life totals. And that's unfortunate. But we do play Swords 4 of in the sideboard, and that's really good. Invigorate is also crazy good in the matchup. Sometimes there's a very good removal spell that they slam down their shadows too early. Based on Ponder, probably digging for removal spells. They shuffled, okay. Card I really want right now is Skrelv, so I'm going to dig for that one. Let's play Tundra into Ponder. Ooh, that's not bad. Since I'm not going to play Blood Agent right now, I think the best thing for me to pick up is... Okay, let's think. So what am I expecting to happen? They will probably play a threat next turn, which I will probably not fight over since I have Scale Up. Unless if it's Death Shadow, that probably requires me to answer this. So I'm going to draw Daze right now. And then I expect that I will play my Blood Agent, and then I can have Spell Pierce up as protection spell. Then turn afterwards, I want to draw the Scale Up as a finisher. So that's what I'm expecting will happen. I'm not going to play the land. Or am I not going to play the land? Reasoning for this is that giving them less information, but maybe that's just a bit... Nah, let's just play the land. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Also, who knows? Maybe something happens and I want to fetch away the stuff on top. Unlikely, but you never know. Gonna keep the Ponder. Don't counter too soon. You want to find the stuff that you need. And I think since I know what's coming, the stuff I need is probably a pump spell. Blue. Baleful Streak, that's fine. I have agents. Don't care. They've already played a land. Nice. So this is going to be the turn. So currently it's happening entirely the way I was expecting it to. Meaning that they play a threat. I'm going to play my threat. I'm going to protect this with Pierce plus Force. Then I'm going to draw the Scale Up and hopefully ponder into another pump spell and kill them. It would be nice if this happens exactly like I wanted it to. So I don't think they have Snuff Out, or they probably would have used it end of turn. Although they could also use it now. But if they do that, suddenly that Scale Up might become lethal. That would be funny. If I can kill them with a Scale Up here. Scale Up on Noble, that's 6. Falls back. Unfortunate for me. But nothing I can do about it. That's going to happen. Brainstorm. I could Spell Pierce to Brainstorm. Don't think I can afford to do that, though. They pitched Daze. As did I. Funny. So now I think I just want to... Probably I just want to ponder into a Berserk and kill them. Let's see what they have. Murky. Yep. So, ouch. Let's draw the Scale Up. Gonna ponder using Tundra. Skrelv would be really nice here. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. The Ink Moth. Okay, let's think for a while though. So I expect that I'm gonna try and kill them with my Noble. If I play the Nexus, they will definitely keep back the Strix to block. So maybe it's better for me to not play the Nexus. I know it's weird, but I don't have any way to win with this Nexus, so it kind of makes sense. They can't have the Brainstorm. Yeah, let's just play it like this. As weird as this may seem, this would change, of course, if I find Berserk. But then again, if I find Berserk, I'm in pretty good shape, so. 2 cards from my opponents. Interesting game again. Interesting game. Into Turok. So I know I have days, so I'm probably gonna spell pierce this one. They will pay. I'm gonna brainstorm, dig for the days. Then they tap out. Hopefully they attack with both, and I can just kill them. That's the idea. Let's put them like this, because I only have one card in hand, so they're probably thinking like, what could they have that prevents me from winning? I'll probably shuffle away this Inkmoth Nexus. Oh wow, that's interesting. The respect for the regular damage is real. Now that they played it like that, I am going to play the Nexus. Pass. Now the goal is I want them to start attacking with this Murky, because that's the better threat, and then they keep back Strix. I'm going to attack with the Nexus, get rid of the Strix, and hopefully get them with Scale Up. That's the idea. Yep, called it. It's always lovely when it happens exactly the way you thought it would. So downside now is that I can't really fetch because then I'm just dead. So with the Dorothy Voidwalker, that changes things because I'm going to be dead regardless. So I have to fetch and find Berserk. That's pretty much the gist of it. So fetch. A cantrip would allow me to also dig for Berserk. If I would have had Skrelv, that would have been nice. Okay, so here's what I'm. Okay, so this is an interesting one. If I just attack with a noble here, they will block. If I just. I'm thinking if there's some kind of way how I can attack with Inkmoth and Noble and get them that way. But I need to be able to hardcast Invigorate. So what if I scale up Noble, attack with Inkmoth Nexus? They will just block. Maybe I should make it seem like I'm making a mistake and just attack with this. This is me trying to make something work where it really shouldn't. Yeah, let's just concede. It was not the pump spell I needed here. So, easy sideboarding, boom, that's it. So, Spell Pierce is really not that great, neither is Force or Will. And then what I really like in this matchup, depending on the build, is Ayani. Sometimes very good because very often they just want to try and prevent you from doing your thing. Now, against this list specifically, they also have the Murkies. They are much more aggressive, especially when they also have the Shadow creature. So I think it's not worth it to play Ayani. So I'm going to play the Flusterstorm instead. And that's it. If Death Shadow is going to turn up as the best Delver Shell, I may go back to Uro because it's really good against them. Even better than it is against regular Delver. Because they don't have Pyroblasts. That's pretty much the reason. Okay, so I know I don't have a green island here. I don't have the tropical, but I will find it with these ponders. And there we go. So I'm going to hide away the Berserk. And boom. Let's go. Now with me having Invigorate and Berserk, against this deck, regular damage is a real threat. So keep that in mind. So I'm just going to fetch away the land on top. I'm going to play the Noble and not play Ponder, because I want to be able to play around their potential days. So draw, play, fetch, drop, Noble, pass. This way I could also double days and play around a days of theirs. They thought sees me, that's really okay. Brainstorm. Let's brainstorm I can potentially shuffle away some bad cards. Okay, I'm not going to play Agent now. Or do I want to? Maybe I do want to play it now. I would walk into a daze, though. Yeah, I should probably play it next turn. Hide the best card on top of your deck. Safest place to put it. Safest place to put it. And put them like this. I put one Berserk second because I'm hoping that I can shuffle it away with the Ponder. Although I could, there was also an idea for me to put Invigorate lower than that. But I like Invigorate here because if they go down life totals, yeah. We could very well be going into a game where I just make it seem like Agent important, but I don't really care about it, and then I just kill them with Invigorate Berserk on Noble, or even double Berserk on Noble. They will probably take Invigorate here, or I could also see them taking Ponder. I have swords, so that's really good. If I navigate this correctly, we should be good. They take the Ponder, so that's nice. I know that now regular damage is definitely a thing. Don't really care about that Wasteland all too much. Probably waste me now. Probably waste drop. And that's what they're thinking about right now. The pause, they are thinking about whether or not they should Wasteland me now or not. This is why I've hidden the Blood Agent on top, because I knew that this card is very good against us. Safest place to put your cards. They can never get them there. And here we have the Snuff Out. That's okay. Because they've lost life. So now I can invigorate Berserk on Noble. Don't have double green yet though, so be careful. Be careful. Because they do gain 3 life off of the Invigorate. Fatal Push on Noble, that's interesting. You can see them respecting the regular damage. I guess they should Wasteland now, and they're most afraid of swords. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Because my entire hand doesn't really function. I only had one card I could benefit from with the Tundra, but I had a lot more than I could... Okay, look at this. So they play a Death Shadow. And I'm going to Invigorate it straight away. Boom, dead. What happens here is the gaining of the life is a cost. So this is an interesting interaction, right? So this is a cost. They gain life immediately. This is not something that you can respond to, right? So they just immediately gain the life without being able to respond. That means even if I target the Death Shadow, they first gain the life and it already dies before anything else happens. I love that interaction happens all the time. So Berserks are definitely the worst ones here in this hand. So I'm going to put them back, probably shuffle them away. I'm not going to shuffle right now. I want to hide away. I want to be able to swords whenever I can. And you can see that they were not expecting this play. Makes sense. It doesn't come up very often. Invigorate, dude. It's best card in the deck. Rest in peace. I like that. I want to play it around days, though. I'm going to Ponder first. Ooh. I like that as well. So I think... Do I care if they daze Skrelv? I don't think so. So I'm going to play him like this. Play Skrelv and pass. If they destroy Skrelv, that's really okay. They can do that every single time because Skrelv unfortunately can't target itself. Let me just pop it on screen here. Another target creature. It's also unfortunate that it's legendary. They do snuff it out. I'm okay with that. You can see why I like Yanni in the matchup, right? Very often, this is a more difficult matchup for us, but they also play it much more like a control deck. So do I want to shuffle away the Invigorate? think I do. Figure eight's good, but I have double swords. And again, it is a pump spell, so yeah, I don't really care about Thoughtseize. My hand's pretty well set up against the Thoughtseize. And now I really just wanted to have Ayani. I definitely should have played it. Especially on the play. Maybe not on the draw. Very often, they more than Delver against us. They rely on one or two threats. So I need a threat of my own before I can play this Invigorate, so I'm going to shuffle it away. Berserk. I thought I shuffled you away. On two. As long as Date is live, I'm just going to use it. Elf. Okay, that's fine. Especially with me having Berserk. Maybe the best draw right now is just Noble. Kill them with regular damage. Brainstorm. Okay. Thoughtseize. Okay. If we do get to game 3, I'm going to play Ayani. I think Berserk's probably not what I want in this matchup. Oh, they do get rid of it. Okay. That means they probably don't have removal spells. So we've seen just 2 snuff outs. I'm not buying it. They have a removal spell. They've seen too many cards to not have it in hand. Let's not show them that my hand's pretty bad. Nexus is a nice pickup. I think this Rest in Peace is doing some heavy lifting here. Probably sitting on Murktide. Wasteland, that's unfortunate. Man, I really needed to have Ayani, especially in combination with Rest in Peace. It slows them down so much. Another swords. Not the best. Not bad either. Buys me some time. Another Strix, that's okay. I think they've seen 2 Wastelands? Yep. Another Days. Okay. That's Days number 3. And Swords number 3. So what I'm going to do here is, I'm just going to double Days. Thing is, I still lose 2 cards, but at least I get to decide which 2 cards I get to keep. And these swords are definitely better. And who knows, if they force here, hopefully I discard a Tropical and keep 1 swords. That's better. Okay, I'm going to keep it in hand. I don't need a fetch if they haven't had more discard spells in the form of Hymn to Torok. I'd rather have this. No shuffle? Let's see, Black Thoughtseize, yeah, okay. They're down to 3. So Noble is a pretty scary threat at this point. Nexus. Okay, sure, let's play it. Black. Into Torok. So I'm just going to swords away Strix while I can. Don't care about these 2 lands anyway, so I'm okay with this. They played Death Shadow. I'm not okay with that, but there wasn't much that I can do about that. Swords, number 4. Nope. Okay, let's yield. I could still steal his game if I draw my second Berserk, and I don't have anything, which is highly unlikely. But you never know, so let's just continue playing. Really feeling the fact that I'm not playing Uros anymore, because imagine this game with me still having Uro in the sideboard. In the showcase, it was obvious that Delver is on the decline, but Death Shadow is on the rise. So if Death Shadow is really coming back in these numbers, I might play Uro again. But as I said, I really wanted to have Ayani here, because at any point an Ayani would have probably won me the game as well. But Skrelv, if we had Skrelv earlier, that would have been good. But very interesting game regardless. Let's go to round 4. Ooh, yikes. No lander. You can see why having 4 Scallops is awkward. Can't wait for Embiggen to be live on Magic Online. That card is a really big upgrade for our deck. It really is. Freaking love that card. Okay, so I'm just gonna put Brainstorm back. Yeah, I know the best card in Legacy, but I already have 2, so Cavern. Human. Okay. This is Death and Taxes. It's been a while since I've played against Death and Taxes too. Another Noble is pretty meh, but whatever. Drop, Noble, boom. Another Cavern. I guess Human again. Core. Okay, so they will get Stoneforge. They probably get Cheetah with that one. Really unfortunate I'm not able to daze. Oh, they get Quarter Complete, so maybe they don't know that I'm on Infect. But then again, is Cheetah still a mainstay? Or is it even something that's played in the main board? I don't know. I haven't played against Death and Tax in such a long time. No, I'm not sure. Next is really good pickup here. So I'm going to play all of my threats. Wasteland, that's unfortunate. They don't have white mana yet to kill my agent though. So here's to them not having Solitude. Yikes, very afraid, not going to lie. If they had Solitude, they would have done it now. So it's go time for me. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all, especially since they can just slam in that Cauldron. Oh, I need a pump spell. Any pump spell is lethal here, so I think I want to dig as deep as possible. So I'm going to put these 2 elves back. Play the drop. Slam in for 3, and that means I get to dig 1 deeper next turn. Now I'm just going to keep these force. I'm going to keep this force and this daze for Solitude, or if they play a plains next turn. I think the only way how I can win here is if they, if my Brainstorm really sucks and oh, never mind, they can't put it in yet because they don't have the white mana yet, of course. But there it is. Regardless, I would have played the same. Please don't have Cheetah. Okay. I can race Quarter Complete. Too slow. Let's Brainstorm into Pump Spell and kill them. This is why we waited. So these are bad. Shuffle, Ponder. I mean, variance is a thing, so it's possible I don't find a pump spell, but at least we did everything we could. I am just going to Brainstorm again, because I just want to win right now. Dig as deep as I can. Definitely want to Brainstorm next turn. Okay, so here's the thing. 12 next turn on Agent is also lethal, so I don't actually need to Brainstorm. So I think what I'm going to do is put him like... Probably best if I put him like this in case anything does go wrong. Play Skrelv, because Infect and Toxic actually do scale. So what's going to happen next turn is I'm actually going to be able to give my Blooded Agent, which already has Infect 3, Toxic 1. So that's a total of 4 poison counters, and that is lethal. So they need removal now. Currently they only have 1 white mana, so... And there we go. That's what I was afraid of. So that gets counted. Didn't have another removal spell. Again, I think if they had it, they would have used it. Because I can't use Skrelv right now, so my guess is no. Protection from white. Let's slam in. Right, we played this one really well, if I do say so myself. So, let's see what they have. Nothing. Boom. Dead. Nice. Interesting game. So, sideboarding, fairly easy. Sword is very good against them. Now, they will bring in GT. So, on the draw, out with your daisies, and Spell Pierce, not what you want in this matchup. So, bring in Force of Vigors. There we go. In general, now with stuff, you have options, right? I like Ayani's. Wouldn't play too many of them, but I think 1 or 2 is always fine. Berserk is scary in this matchup since the printing of Solitude, so I don't want to play too many of those. Of course, if you have Skrelv, that's a different thing. But especially on the draw, I think it's better to just play like this. On the play, I could see myself maybe playing the Berserk still. But this is a grindy game. At least it will be. So in those matchups, Ayani does shine. But if they have a bunch of early threats, then Ayani, of course, is a lot worse. We shall see. Ayani is situational. And it very much depends on your opponent's hand. What they often want to do against you is they just want to chill the first couple of turns. So if you don't do anything, which that signs to your opponent that you're setting up for a big turn, that's usually good for them because they just chill, they sit back with their removal spells, and that's where they want to be. And then Ayani's going to be good. Also, if you have swords, you can stall the game. They usually rely on 1 or 2 threats anyway, so we might just see that game pattern here. With them playing a plains, I'm not going to walk this elf straight into removal spell. So, ooh. Swords is really, really good. Unfortunately, I don't have white mana. I'm probably going to ponder for that. Or brainstorm for that. So Wasteland is okay. I could play Elf, but I don't want to, because the way they are playing screams to me that they have a very interactive hand. So they have another Wasteland, or they have swords. They have a lot of stuff going on. So I want to be able to brainstorm and dig for lands. I'm gonna brainstorm end of turn. I wouldn't do this if I had more options, but you can see why I've done this right now. I want to dig as deep as possible, and not finding a land here is very awkward. So that's what I wanted. So here's what I came up with. I think the way the game is turning out to be signals to me that my opponent has a very interactive hand, as I said before. So the thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put Elf back, and I'm also going to put Brainstorm back. This may seem a bit weird, but I can elaborate and explain to you why I've made this decision. I believe that if I'm able to play this Ayani, I think I win, because my opponent is just chilling. I can't see them trying to destroy this noble. If they do so, I can still play Agent and get him that way. Skrelv is okay, but they have Karakas, but it's too good to get rid of, I think, at this point, because they still have to bounce each and every turn. And I want to be able to draw land and hopefully swords and Ayani. That would be excellent, because I expect them to get GT here, which they don't. That's interesting. And drawing a land, that would be perfect. No. So that means I'm going to have to swords, get rid of the Stone Forge. I'm going to play this Defector, or maybe not. I could... Yeah, I'm going to play Skrelv. They will bounce it with Karakas, but so be it. I want them to use their mana. I want them to not get rid of Noble. That's the most important thing. They didn't use Karakas, so this happens as well. Often that people don't realize that you can actually bounce Skrelv because it's legendary. It's a new card, so people don't know it yet. Ancient Tomb, that's interesting. And this may be the turn where I win the game, because, my man. They will not see that coming. So I'm just gonna feel the top. What do you have for me, my friend? Scale up. Put it on the bottom? Yes. So it's already done its thing, right? Worth it. So Skrelv can't block, so I might as well just attack with it. Kind of hoping that they Solitude hardcast it in. Looks like they didn't realize that they have Karakas. That's fine. So I also deal, when it deals damage, I also give them a poison counter. That's nice. Yeah, so they clearly do not realize that Karakas is something that you can be doing. Nice, lovely. They choose Elemental, so it's clear that they have Solitude in hand. Okay. Now, since they don't realize that you can bounce Skrelv, I'm just going to play down this Agents, especially with me having drawn Elf as well. Probably just get a drop. I have 2 white sources already, and next turn I can just kill them. Okay, let's see what they do. Now, of course, I'm not going to attack with Skrelv. Please don't realize that you can bounce Skrelv now. Solitude it is. Sure. Pick your target. I can Swords if I want to. They take Skrelv. Yeah, that awkward Karakas, that's really funny. Sure. Go ahead. I guess they attack Ayani. Wasteland, that's okay. Play Swords, Agent. Yes. Maybe they leave back the Solitude so they can block. Which would make sense. If they don't, that probably means they have another Solitude. They attack Ayani. Okay. I'm gonna let that happen. And now they Solitude, I guess. Okay. That's a good play on their part. And we are going to do a good play on our part as well. Because now we can kill them. Let's see what was coming. And this Ayani, really? Put it on the bottom. Another threat? No, because if anything does go wrong, if they have another Solitude, I want to have as much threats as I can. But I'm going to try and kill them. Alright, lovely. That was a very interesting game indeed. Very interesting. And Ayani really showed its power level here. Nice indeed. Alright, good one. Let's go to the last round. I would like to start. Let's see if we can turn this into a 3-2 and a fine result. This is okay. Let's keep awkward double scale up, but so be it. I'm going to Tropical. Ooh, that's not good. I should have played Thunder. Small detail, but if they Wasteland me here, I would rather have them destroying Tundra than Tropical. Small mistake. Then again, if they Wasteland me, I'm just going to Brainstorm. Then I'm going to Force, and then I'm going to Daze. Wishful thinking, right? Tomb. If they... Whatever they do, probably just Daze. Trinisphere. So I'm going to Daze. Keep up. Brainstorm. Let's see if they have another guide. If they do, I'm going to Brainstorm. They do not. Okay. I will play Skrelv. That means I don't have the option to Brainstorm, but they've already played a Trinisphere. I'll probably use the Simian Spirit Guide, so I mean... This Brainstorm might as well just not find anything, so As I said, this is such a bad matchup that sometimes you just have to commit, and you can't not do anything. Let's hope they play Fable. Okay, but they don't. Let's see what we would have found with the Brainstorm. Yeah, wouldn't have changed anything. So it looks like this is just regular, straight up Moon Stompy. Horrible matchup. I don't think I want seeds, actually. It's slow. This is usually what I do. You can bring in swords. Maybe I should. You know, they also bring in maggots. Sometimes they have threats. I don't think I want too many, though. I just want to try and kill them as quickly as possible. So I think I just cut 2 Inkmoth for this. Because Moon is just... We saw how good it was. And then Inkmoth is awkward. So I think this is it. And I'm gonna... Game's gonna be over pretty quickly. And I'm going to be mulliganing fairly aggressively. Again, if we lose against Stompy decks twice this league, don't feel bad. You will lose against Stompy. That's just the worst matchup there is. So be it. You don't see. Luckily, you don't see Moon Stompy that often anymore. You see White-Red Initiative, but usually they don't play that many Moon effects. Maybe that has changed. Maybe that's no longer true. And Initiative is a much better matchup than Stompy is. Yes, I would like to play first. This hand is fine. It has lethal, it has force of vigor, and it has a threat. So this still could just not be good enough, though. We will see. Play a land pass. Turn 1 and 2, if you get to survive those, that usually means you are ahead. Fury is also just such a painful card. I'm very happy that Fury doesn't see too much play in Legacy. Luckily, in Modern, it's everywhere. We've been seeing a lot of Evoke creatures in this league as well, which is usually something that we don't see as much in Legacy as we do in Modern. Okay, so go Mox into Blood Moon. That would be nice. They pitch Magas with the Moon. Now, that's what I love to see. Chalice is also a good play here for them. Nice. So here's what I'm thinking right now. So I could force the Vigor straight away. Now, I can play around Chalice, so maybe I should wait for this force of Vigor. But I think I walk... If I do that, I walk into... Well, I give them 3 mana, so... And then if they play Manga to the Moon, that sucks. Interesting choice here. Maybe I should definitely just draw a card. I can do this in their upkeep, that's for sure. So I should probably fetch first. This may change depending on my draw step. Yeah. Let's just play it safe. I think I'm just going to force a vigor in their upkeep, get rid of these 2, see what they have left. Deploy our threat. Because imagine if they play Trinisphere. Of me not having force of vigor. I can't do this now. Keep in mind that force of vigor only works on the opponent's turn. I was kind of hoping that I would find another green card so I could keep this force of vigor. Potentially have another one, but I think Ponder's too good because if they have Fury, I can actually save my agent with Invigorate and then I can Ponder, hopefully, into another pump spell. A lot of decisions here, a lot of decisions. And it's possible that if they don't have anything left, we just win on the spot. Okay. Digging for a pump spell. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. Nope. This is how you want to win against this deck. Usually, turn 1 and turn 2. Those are the more scary ones. So let's get him. Boom. Spellbiz is nice if they play Pyroblast. That's why I kept it. Nice. Nice. Let's go to the last one. Any changes? I don't think so. This is fine. I'm going to submit. And let's see if we can finish here. If I win against this Moon Zombie deck, that would be nice because scary matchup indeed. Very scary indeed. Okay, so this is an opening hand that's very good against Stompy. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to use this elf to pitch it to Force of Vigor, but that's just the way it goes. Luckily, with Force of Vigor, you can wait. Force of Will, you have to slam it down straight away. Pro Mox, nice. You will see the decision making here in these games is condensed down to turns 1 and 2. And this is for my opponent the same. Okay, they exiled Spirit Guide. Let's hope they have Blood Moon here. Rebel Master. Okay, that could have been worse. So I'm gonna have to keep this elf. I don't have a very aggressive start, so I want to keep it. Okay, so that's good. That is good. So this means I just need to survive. Then I can pitch elf, Force of Vigor, and I have Scalar Berserk incoming, so I have lethal. Of course, if I knew that this was coming specifically, I shouldn't have counted Goblin Rebel Master, but you can't know that, of course. Decided not to get rid of this Chromox, because I'm hoping that they have... That's unfortunate, that's really unfortunate. Now I do think I have to play it like this. I was hoping that they would play Blood Moon and then I could kill it. So now they can't cast spells either because I've gotten rid of their Chromox, so that's a good thing. And who knows? Who knows? I may just get there if they are lacking a bit. They did exile Spirit Guide of their own. Shit. That sucks. But who knows? Maybe they don't have red mana, which is another reason why I wanted to get rid of the Mox. Okay, they drew Spirit Guide. That's unfortunate. We could still... No, never mind. Game over. I was about to say that we could still get there if we draw into a land. But this Trinisphere is awkward. So again, sure, this is technically initiative, but we don't lose against the initiative. We lose against the Moon Stompy cards. That's what you should be afraid of. And I think the White-Red Initiative deck did win the showcase, so we may see an uptick in these decks. And if we do, I'm probably going to adjust a bit. So if I were to adjust to Moon Stompy, the first thing I would probably play is a Boseiju. Maybe play a Forest, but I don't think that's usually worth it. It's not where you want to be. So Blood Moon, you might play it. That means I'm going to concede. Let's see what would have drawn. I don't think there's any way how we could have won. If I do get to see that. Swords would have been good, but fortunately, that's what I needed right there. No, the Trinisphere here is what destroyed us, because Force of Vigor doesn't hit it because you still need to pay. So yeah, a lot of initiative here, a lot of bad matchups for us today. So 2-3 all in all, final result, we were able to make it in interesting games. Let's go over the deck again. So finishing thoughts, very happy with the build. You saw why I like to Spell Pierce right now. You are able to stop a lot of cards, especially if Moon Stompy is on the rise. I'm going to be playing definitely 2 Spell Pierces. So one thing that I'm considering if Moon Stompy is going to be the top tier deck alongside something like Delver and or Animator, Maybe on Besegio as the 19th land. Maybe cut 2 Skrells or put them in the sideboard for when I am playing against Delvers. I could see myself playing that. That's just on the top of my head, things that I'm considering. Alright, if you have enjoyed this, don't forget to smash that subscription. Let's keep the ball rolling and keep on doing this. And if just let me know what you want to see, because I'm now open to suggestions. I haven't played Pauper, for instance. Maybe you would like to see Pauper Infect. Let me know, and I'll give that one a shot. Or if you have any ideas, brews, stuff you want to see, put them in the comment, and I'll check out what I'm going to do next week. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Bye.